Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what assessment is made of implications for Scotland's public services of the UK Government's proposed reforms to the immigration system.
Minister Colcap-Stewart.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Scotland's public services, communities and economy all benefit from inward migration. The Scottish Government does not support the majority of the proposals within the UK Immigration White Paper and calls on the UK Government to reverse these deeply damaging measures. The decision to end international care worker recruitment and planned changes to the graduate visa and skilled worker visa are short-sighted and will prove damaging to sectors which necessarily rely on international talent. Scotland's working age population is growing only because of migration. Scotland requires a tailored approach to migration to meet our distinct demographic and economic needs.
George Adam.
I thank the Minister for her answer. Scottish Care has warned that Labour's plans to scrap care workers' visa route would be profoundly damaging to Scotland's social care sector and fails to recognise the country's distinct demographic and workforce challenges, putting vital services at risk and directly harming those who rely on them. Does the Minister share these concerns, and can she confirm whether the Scottish Government was consulted, or is Scotland's demographic reality once again an afterthought for Westminster?
Minister.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I fully agree with the comments that were made by Scottish Care. Plan to end the international recruitment of care workers will be devastating for the care sector in Scotland. And whilst I can confirm that the Scottish Government issued a comprehensive, evidence-based proposal document to the Home Office during their development of the Immigration White Paper, there has been no substantive engagement on any of the policy proposals submitted by the Scottish Government, and the White Paper completely fails to account for Scotland's distinct demographic needs. The ban on international recruitment of care workers must not be implemented. Scotland is a welcoming nation, and one of the key principles underpinning our approach to migration is to encourage and enable long-term settlement in Scotland, welcoming people from across the world to Scotland to work, raise families and make a positive contribution to society.
George Adam.
I thank the Minister once again. Labour's plan to pull up the drawbridge mimics that of Nigel Farage's reform, rather than challenging him, and puts Scotland's public services at risk as well. Inward migration is vital for our economy and our society. Will the Minister assure us that our Scottish Government will reject Labour's pandering to Farage's politics, and does she agree that the UK Government stance betrays the open and welcoming nation that we all aspire to be in Scotland?
Minister.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. It is concerning that we have not heard anything from Scottish Labour on these plans, which frankly are designed by a Prime Minister simply pandering to Nigel Farage, instead of considering any of Scotland's demographic needs. Scotland is a welcoming nation, and one of the key principles that underpin our approach to migration is to encourage people to come here and live here and raise their families here, contribute to the economy by working, and make a positive contribution to not only society but also our culture. And Scotland will continue to actively welcome inward migration, recognise the benefits that it brings to our communities, public sector and economy. And through our online platform, Scotland's Migration Service, we will continue to attract talent to Scotland to address the barriers faced by migrants and employers when navigating the UK's increasingly unsuitable immigration system.